Hello! Today I'd like to go through how to get started in Autonauts versus Piratebots. In this video we'll cover how to automate logging. The goal is to get to the point where your bots do all the work and you don't have to manually intervene. If you follow the instructions the game gives you, you'll have a few bots chopping and planting trees, so I want to cover that. I'll focus on how to make the setup efficient. You'll need a constant supply of logs and wood products for pretty much everything, so you want to make things as self-sustainable as possible. That means planting trees. In order to plant trees you'll need holes, and because we're trying to be as automated as possible, we'll get a bot to do that. First, craft yourself a bunch of spades and put them on the ground. Seeds and sticks drop as you chop trees, so using an alternating pattern is a bit better. You'll also have to remove the turf before holes can be dug and trees planted, so I did that manually. The program I use is pretty simple. If the bot has no tool, then get one from the areas on the ground, then go around digging holes. We'll also get the bot to pick up new spades with a hands empty condition. Digging takes up a bit of time, so I have two bots doing that for the one bot chopping trees. After you dig a hole, you need to plant a seed to get a tree. Chopping down trees sometimes drops sticks and seed. You can have a single bot search the area where the logging happens, and then search for a hole in the same area. It's pretty efficient, so you should only need one bot for this task. But to make new bots, you also need seeds. It's fine when you're making bots manually, but it's much more efficient to have a container just for seeds if you want to have bots making new bots. So I've split this into two bot types. One goes around looking for seeds in the logging area. Note that the area is one square bigger in every direction than the planting area. That's because seeds and sticks drop randomly around trees, so making the seed gathering area one square bigger means we won't miss any. Then you put the seeds in a box. The planter just goes to the seed box and takes as many as he can, then goes around the digging area planting where there's empty holes. I have one bot dedicated to chopping down trees. The logic is the same as the logic for diggers. Get a tool if you don't have one, and chop down the trees in the planting area. There's a tutorial telling you to put a condition checking if the pallet is full before chopping trees if you want to be a touch more efficient. There's two other bots dedicated to just picking up logs and taking them to the log pallet. If you've got bots digging, planting and logging, then you have the basics of an automated forestry operation. There's just a few things to tweak it to get it just right. Okay, so we now have automated log production, but we'll also need timber products. You make planks from logs. The best way is to use a chopping block set to make planks. Train a bot to take a log from the log storage, put it on the block, then pick up the planks and put them into the plank storage. You'll need to put a loop around the instruction to pick up the planks, because there'll be more than one. The same when putting them into the plank storage pallets. Basically, the bot will make sure you always have a full plank store. Do the same with a chopping block for poles. We have the bot pick up as many planks as possible, turn them all into poles, then move all the poles at the chopping block to storage. It saves the bot a bit of walking, though it doesn't really matter because our stores are right there anyway. Chopping down trees randomly produces seeds and sticks, but it's not guaranteed to, and you can run short on seeds and eventually your operation will crash because you don't have enough trees. You'll probably notice when trees are getting scarce in your logging area anyway. But to make sure you always have enough trees, you can get a bot to produce seeds. You want to plant a tree outside the logging area. You can skip this step and just use the trees inside the logging area, but this makes sure that you'll always be able to produce seeds no matter what. Extend the seed gathering area on your seed collecting bots to include all squares around the new tree. Then program a new bot to mallet that tree until the tool breaks. If you ever run short on seeds, you can just throw a mallet at the bot and it'll hammer away to produce seeds and sticks. But you can also have the bot make its own mallet if it doesn't have one. For that I have it set a crafting bench to craft mallets, because I might have used it for something else. Don't use a crafting bench that's being used by other bots because that will mess up their programs. Then left click on the log storage to get a log, and right click on the bench to put it there. Then a pull from storage and put it on the bench. Then pick up the mallet. You only want to do this if the bot has no tool, so put a if hands empty condition around the entire thing. Now with our mallet on hand, you can go to the new tree we planted and smack it. If you put a until hands empty condition around the use held item, it'll bash the tree until the mallet breaks. For better efficiency, you can put a until seed storage full condition, so that it only bashes trees when we actually need new seeds. Later on, you can also have a bot dedicated to crafting mallets, but I only have one bot using mallets, so it's not worth it at this point. The seed gathering bots will take the seeds to storage. We've used up all the bots we start with, but we now have everything we need to make more. Construct a bot assembler and take the components you want to make a new bot. It might help to move the seed box closer to your assembler. Then train it to construct new bots. You can put a condition around how many bots you want to stop after it makes so many. But bots don't have any maintenance costs, so you can just keep making them. That's a basic timber production done. You'll use these products in more advanced workbenches to craft more complex timber products later on, but for now you have the basic materials you need. You're also making the robots you'll need to automate other tasks. You might have noticed that we still have to manually provide our bots with tools. To make the entire operation completely self-sufficient, you also need to automate tool making, and that's what we'll cover in the next guide. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified when new videos come out. See you soon.